Let's talk about Katt Williams. Pant down, pimp in distress, Donna. Whether you like this man, whether you hate this man, you cannot deny it. He is a legend, and he's definitely gonna go down as one of the greatest comedians to ever grace this stage. However, recently he said something pretty interesting about Tiffany Haddish on a radio show.
But the movie the Girls Trip movie?
Yes, ma'am. The one with three of our greatest black actresses in it? You mean that one?
Right. But I'm just saying, Tiffany Haddish.
Ma'am, you could have had that role, and everything that happened would have happened unless you thought you were necessary to write the Saturday Night Live monologue. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox Mall, let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man.
Now, it's not breaking news when Katt Williams has something to say about a current top-selling comedian today. Matter of fact, I think the only comedian that he's never really badmouthed that's popular right now is Dave Chappelle. But then Kevin Hart hopped on his IG Live and had something to say about what Katt had to say.
I remember the days when Tiffany Haddish was sleeping out of her car. I remember the days where Tiffany Haddish was homeless. I remember the days where Tiffany Haddish had not a dime in her goddamn pocket. Worked hard, grinded, got to where she is today. And at the height of her career, when most should applaud, when most should celebrate, some choose to damn.
This is why I feel Katt Williams is right, and at the same time, wrong. Now, we look at a movie like Girls Trip, right? Okay, this movie grossed a huge amount of money. No one thought that this movie was going to be successful. I mean, me, myself, personally, when I saw the trailer, I really wasn't feeling it. But they proved us wrong. Never judge a book by its cover. What the movie's about and the characters portrayed. In all honesty, you really didn't need a person like Tiffany Haddish to fill that role. Tiffany Haddish could have turned down the movie the moment she got the script, and it wouldn't have affected the movie at all. I know a lot of people probably don't want to admit that because they're fans of Tiffany and they're so used to seeing the performance by her, but they could have casted Wanda Sykes, they could have casted Monique. And that's not a knock towards Tiffany Haddish, it's just the concept of this movie. It's simple. Drinking, partying, raunchy comedy. We've seen that plenty of times, so you're not really gonna try to go out and get the biggest A-list celebrity to be in the film, right? I remember watching an interview by Ken Jeong from the Hangover movies. He said that when he was offered the role, his wife was currently battling cancer, so he almost had to turn it down. Now, thank God his wife survived. But hypothetically thinking, if he were to turn down this role, do you honestly think it would have affected the movie at all? Depending on what the movie is and what it's centered around, they're going to get specific actors to fill that void. So like a superhero movie, they're going to get someone with a certain type of build, some type of body weight, right? Let's say a movie that's about the Bible, they're going to get someone who's white. Whack. But a movie like The Hangover, or in this case, Girls Trip, I mean, it doesn't really matter who is in the movie, because regardless, the premise, if it's funny and if the script works, then it works, and that's all that matters, right? Now, what I disagree with Katt about is this. It doesn't matter if it's an artist like Chris Rock or Kevin Hart or Tiffany Haddish. There's always something Katt Williams has to say regarding them appeasing to white people. Now, there is validity behind that statement, and it's not necessarily Tiffany Haddish's fault or Kevin Hart's fault, but one is more marketable than the other. Katt Williams is not going to receive the same recognition that someone like Kevin Hart is, because Kevin Hart, his jokes are more safe, his jokes are more commercial, white people can feel a little bit more comfortable to relax and laugh at it, versus Katt Williams, who's on edge, who's known for creating controversy, who's known for getting in your face. It's the same reason why Will Smith won a Grammy over Biggie. Anybody who listens to hip-hop knows Biggie can wrap circles around Will Smith. But Will Smith was the friendly Negro, so to speak. He's the most commercial. So they can put this man on stage and everyone can look at it and be like, oh look, hip-hop doesn't seem that bad. The same reason why Macklemore cleaned house over Drake and Kendrick. Commercialized. And that's not a personal jab against someone like Will Smith at all. It just is what it is. But to go back to what Katt Williams said, I don't think it's fair to call out people like Hannibal Buress, Gerard Carmichael and Lil Rel on the reason why they got famous because white people just decided, yeah, you. We choose you, the ugly ones, the ones no one wants to be like. We choose you. And to me, that is not fair. Mike Epps and Katt Williams have gone on record plenty of times saying the reason why Kev Hart is the way he is now winning is because he took it up the butt. He did something gay. And to me, that's whack to say something like that because I remember seeing Kevin Hart and Paper Soldiers, Soul Plane, a bunch of other movies just to think of off the top of my head. Some of them, okay, they were better than others, but fact is that this man was working his butt off to get to where he is. So I don't think it's fair when people have to say, oh, well, you know, he took it up, he's gay, oh, he joined the Illuminati, he worships Satan, he appeases the white people. I've never understood this, but I want to know why is it that when it's a black person that's successful, everyone has to say that he's cooning. And that's hypocritical for Katt Williams to say because he created the Pimp Chronicles, the Pimp persona. Wouldn't that be painting black people in a bad light? And I get it, there's a lot of people in Hollywood who are not talented whatsoever. And if we were just going based off of talent and skill, a lot of these people wouldn't be nowhere near a television screen. That is not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has continuously proved himself as someone who is marketable, as someone who can make a crowd laugh, who brings out the tickets. Because if he wasn't talented, why is he selling out football arenas? Now, will that be Tiffany Haddish? I don't know. Time will tell. But to say that, you know, she got to where she was because she, you know, wants to sleep with white men or she wants to appease the white people. And I don't know. Maybe it's true. But from what I've seen, all the woman has been doing is working her tail off to get to where she is now.
They want me dead.